what do we have here? Well, we have a circle and we have a tangent to the circle. Now, if I change the point of contact, what do we see? Well, the angle between the radius that passes through the point of contact and the tangent itself is always 90 degrees. So, wherever I place this tangent, the angle between the radius that passes through the point of contact of the tangent and the tangent itself is always 90 degrees. And this is a very important theorem of circles. That is, if the radius passes through the point of contact of the tangent, then the radius and the tangent will always make 90 degrees. So, what is the theorem? The tangent at any point on a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So, it is very important. If we have a circle and we have a tangent, now the point of contact is P in this case. So, if we draw a line segment such that it starts from O and touches P, then it is nothing but radius of the circle, and this radius will be perpendicular to the tangent. Now, to prove this, we need to perform a construction. So, what we do is we drop another line segment from the center O to an arbitrary point on the tangent x, y. This point is Q in this case. So, this is our theorem. The tangent at any point on a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So, tangent at any point on a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So, it won't be perpendicular to any radius. It will be perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact of the tangent with the circle. Now, we have this particular circle here and we have this radius which passes through the point of contact of this particular tangent. So, what is given? Well, we have PQ is the tangent to the circle. PQ here is the tangent to the circle having radius OA at the point A. So, we have radius OA at the point A. Now, we need to prove that OA is perpendicular to PQ. So, this is what we need to prove. So, first of all, we need to perform a construction. So, we draw OB from the center to line PQ. So, this is the construction here. OB from the center to line PQ. Now, let's start the proof. First of all, we have OA is equal to OC. It's quite natural because they are both radii of the same circle. So, OA and OC will definitely be equal in length. Next, we also know that OC is smaller than OB. Why do I say so? Because OC is nothing but a segment of OB. So, OB is a line segment and OC is a segment of OB. So, definitely OC will be smaller than OB. So, OC is smaller than OB. That's another condition. So, we can say that OA is smaller than OB because OA is equal to OC. So, if OA is equal to OC, then it is obvious that OA will also be smaller than OB because OC is smaller than OB. So, we have got OA smaller than OB. Now we can say that OB is not the smallest distance between point O and line PQ. Definitely, we easily see that OA is smaller than OB. So definitely OB is not the smallest distance between point O and line PQ. Now, let's perform another construction. So we draw OD from the center to line PQ. So D is another point on the line PQ and we draw a line segment OD. Now this line segment meets the circle at point E. So first of all, OA will be equal to OE. Why do I say so? Because again, both are radii of the circle. E is a point on the circle, A is a point on the circle. OE and OA both are radii of the same circle. So OA is equal to OE. Again, OE is smaller than OD because OE is a segment of OD. So definitely OE will be smaller than OD. So from this we can conclude that OA is smaller than OD because OA and OE are equal in length. So if OE is smaller than OD, definitely OA will also be smaller than OD. So again, we can say that OD is not the smallest distance between point O and line PQ. Definitely OA is smaller than OD. So OD is not the smallest distance between the center O and the line PQ. Therefore, we can say that every point on PQ except point A lies outside the circle, isn't it? Because we considered point B, we considered point D, and in similar way, any point on this particular line PQ will be outside the circle because PQ is a tangent to the circle and it has just one point of contact. Every other point on the line will be outside the circle because the line does not touch the circle at any other point. In this case, the point of contact is A. So apart from A, every point on PQ lies outside the circle. Hence, we can say that every line segment from the center to each such point, that is any point on the line PQ except for point A, will be greater than the radius. Obviously, if we talk about any particular point here on PQ apart from point A, it will be greater than the radius because radius will always connect a point on the circle and all these points on line PQ are beyond the circle. So we can also say that every line segment from the center to each such point is greater than OA because OA is nothing but radius of the circle. So if every line segment from the center to each such point is greater than radius, so we can say that every such line segment will be greater than OA. So OA is the shortest line segment from point O to line PQ. Definitely, if we draw any line segment apart from OA, it will be greater than the length of OA because OA is the radius of the circle and every other line segment will be longer than the radius or greater than OA. So OA is the shortest distance between point O, center O, and the line PQ. And from this, we conclude that OA is perpendicular to PQ because shortest line segment from a point to a line is always perpendicular to the line. So perpendicular is always the shortest distance between a point and a line. So OA is perpendicular to PQ because it is the radius of this circle and it is passing through the point of contact of the tangent. As a result, this radius will be perpendicular to the tangent, and that is our theorem. The tangent at any point on a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So this particular radius, which is through the point of contact, will be perpendicular to this particular tangent. Now that we know about this particular theorem, can you solve this particular problem? Now, what is the problem? Well, xy is a tangent to the given circle at P. So we have this particular point, which is the point of contact for this particular tangent xy. Find the length of the radius of the circle. So we need to find the length of the radius of the circle. And we have some values given. We have the length of OQ, which is 5 centimeter, and we have the length PQ, which is 4 centimeter. Now we need to find the length of the radius, or we need to find the length of the line segment OP, because OP is nothing but radius of this particular circle, isn't it? Because P here lies on the circle and this line segment OP joins center and point P on the circle. So OP is radius of the circle. So if we find the length of OP, we will be able to find the radius of the circle. So how do we go about it? Well, we have this particular tangent and we have a radius. The radius which is through the point of contact of the tangent. So what do we know about this particular thing? Well, we have a theorem for it. And for that theorem, this particular fact is important. That is, P is a point on the circle. So OP is a radius of the circle. And if OP is the radius of the circle, then OP will be perpendicular to xy. Why do I say so? Because tangent at any point is perpendicular to radius at that point. So radius at this point is OP and xy is the tangent at this particular point. As a result, OP will be perpendicular to xy. So we can say that triangle OPQ is a right angle triangle because OP is perpendicular to xy. So we have a right angle inside this triangle. So this is a right angled triangle. And if we have a right angle triangle, then we know that perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. So in this case, perpendicular square is nothing but OP square. OP is the perpendicular here, plus PQ square, which is the base. PQ is the base in this case. So PQ square will be equal to OQ square because OQ is the hypotenuse in this case. So OP square plus PQ square is equal to OQ square. Now from this equation, we can easily find the value of OP. So we have this particular equation here. Now if we substitute the values which are already given, what do we get? We get OP square plus 4 square. PQ is nothing but 4. It's given here. So 4 square is equal to 5 square. 5 square is basically hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse is 5 centimeter long. So what do we have? OP square plus 16 is equal to 25. 4 square is 16. 5 square is 25. Now, if we take 16 on this particular side, so we have OP square is equal to 25 minus 16, which is 9. OP square is equal to 9, but we need to find OP. So, what will be OP? OP will be square root of 9, isn't it? Which is nothing but 3. So OP is equal to 3. And this is our answer. Length of radius of the circle is 3 centimeter. And we were able to find this because we knew the theorem of circles. And what did the theorem state? It states that the radius is always perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact of the tangent.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge, or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English, and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.